wait. So let's see what is fluent wait. It is same like the explicit wait, but we are providing external frequency here. Frequency means it will check every 5 second or 2 second your element is present or not. Okay, so that is your fluent wait. Let me check. Okay. Hmm. So explicit wait I have given the example. So here we having the different example. Before we are not able to automate now sorry, Gmail because of some restriction for no, Google guy, so we are not able to automate. So no problem, if your example will not work, you can take the another example from Google and you can automate anything. So like process are same, right? We are not changing the process, your process are same. You can change your validation and you can do that. Okay, so what is the fluent wait? The fluent wait used to tell the web driver to wait a condition as well as frequency. Explicit wait, we don't have any frequency, but fluent wait we having the frequency. Frequency means it will check every just I have given 10 second, 10 second, and element is displaying or sometime it is not displaying. So I can give you the frequency for 2 second. So every 2 second it will check. Every 2 second it will check element is there or not. We can increase our static weight like 20 we can give, and we can fix it 5 every 5 second it will check. That is called frequency. So we want to check the condition before throwing the exception, right? So setting up the repeated cycle. What do you meaning of frequency? Setting up a repeat cycle with the time frame and verify the check the condition at the regular time interval. So fluent wait is a class and it is a part of, it will comes inside this org openqr selenium support.ui package, and it is an implementation of wait interface. So wait is your interface, and if you will go inside this wait interface, inside this we having the fluent wait class. So this is the implementation class of wait interface. So each fluent wait instant define the maximum amount of time to wait for a certain wait for a condition, and we can give the frequency with which to check the condition. Okay, so we can also ignore any exception while doing the pulling element, such like any exception you can avoid this while doing, and you can handle this like no such element exception. Just I have given one example. So don't confuse here, just we are calling the methods. Okay, so here this is your wait. What is your wait? Wait is our interface. Again, this is your referenced variable, and this is your implementation class. Got it, right? So here inside this we can pass the WebDriver reference. You can see we are calling this multiple methods. You can call in one line also, no problem at all. Okay, but here we are calling. I am always going to tell you, don't memorize anything. Even in Selenium the people are telling this is the syntax. Okay, you can remember this. No, we have to understand the what actually it is, right? So a explicit wait and implicit wait, so you should have every code in your mind and concept, right? So if you will go as a experience, they will not ask you only definition, they will ask you write the code. And if you will go in the very good company and very good level MNC, they will ask you write the functionality of this, not a simple code, dynamic code. Okay, so that level you having the understanding. If you don't have understanding how to make this functionality of this, right? So this is your interface, and this is your referenced variable, and this is your our implementation class new fluent wait. It will accept parameter WebDriver reference. Here we are calling the different method over there, that is called bit timeout. So bit timeout you can give here again second. So here the time I have already given this example 30 second, right? So pulling every, so here we are applying the frequency. So every 2 second it will check, every 2 second it will check element. Then ignoring exception, which exception you want to ignore. So here I have given exception dot class, so it will ignore any exception. Exception is your dynamic class, right? So exception handling I did not teach you. Exception itself have a class. Okay, so it is a class. Okay, so I think you guys know, right, what concept we are following again over there in Java. I already discussed many times, superclass. Again, this is your subclass. Again, we are executing the multiple methods, right? So in wet class, in wet interface, we having the multiple might be classes. I did not check with all this implementation of wet interface. So again, this is your polymorphism, upcasting, right? Overriding concept. So you can give this example also. If someone will ask, can you give me a real-time example for polymorphism or up concept if you in Selenium? So you can write this example also. All the whatever we are learning, the all the framework is following mostly interface up concept, right? For implementation or developing the logic, almost logic will follow collection. That's it. That's it. The Java only. Okay, so here time you can give here. It will pull the time every 2 seconds, and this will handle any exception, right? So this is how to do that. So with timeout and pulling every. So let me try this with code. So whatever the code we have done, we can try with that. Okay, same thing, but here I did not add one more thing. You have to also add over there. Okay, so this one, right? So here click on that and explicit. Wait, so just I am commenting this all. No, 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 no. Ah, yeah, explicit. Wait. So here we have wait, wait. So I want see the wait is your interface, and this wait coming from org.openq selenium.ui support, right? So here I think you have to give some generic. Let me check. Even you can give or you cannot give, but better to give this. So we can give here WebDriver. So this generic will define the type only. Okay, so wait. Okay, so this is your again wait equal to new fluent wait. Okay, so you can see here fluent wait where it okay, you can take any this one only. So again here we can pass here driver. This is same, right? You can see now we can pass here driver, right? Even you can give or not, it will work. Okay, this generic. So now what is the methods? These are the methods. Okay, these are the method with the timeout. So dot with the timeout. With the timeout it will accept two parameter. So let me check which one we have to long and this one, right? So two parameter, just I'm going to give the 10 and here second. Okay, so this is your with the timeout. Again we have another method called dot pulling every. Okay, so let me okay, so here no, it will accept two parameter, right? So I have even it will work, but let me. So it will, you can see be having the two methods, right? So we can import this method. Okay, so now duration is this one, and again this is your time seconds. An exception you can give as per your requirement, or you can give the generic exception, it will work. Okay, so again we having the method called ignoring. So ignoring is your method. Ignoring. Okay, so I will take this one. So again here you can see I have given the no such element exception dot class. So no such exception exep no such element exception, right? So this is coming your no such element exception dot class. Okay, anyone can explain why we are giving this dot class? Now I am you can see here we are calling this multiple method that is called method chaining. Okay, don't confuse this. You can write here also in one line also, no problem at all, but it looks good little bit and it's not looks complicated. Now I am closing this here. Got it right? So why we are writing this dot class? So these are the implementation, and you can see something is going to strike here, but this all the method will be decommissioned in the future. That's why it is showing this strike. Okay, might be they are going to do some enhancement or changes in the Selenium, but it will work now. Okay, so what happened here, we having the this class, they will convert it into the byte code. That's why we having the dot class file. Again you have to follow same thing here. uh, Wait dot until, because how to apply this all the stuff, right? So same whatever we have done, wait until expected conditions dot uh, visibility of, right? Visibility of located by. So we have to import simple bev element, visibility of located by where it is. Okay, so we having the, you can see many methods are there. Visibility of all element located by. So this one because this is not a list, it will simply return bev element. So now by dot xpath. So same thing whatever we have done, but here we are applying the fluent weight. So what I don't know which one we have given this. Okay, so we need to give this one. Okay, let's see if something went wrong, then we can fix this code, because which XPath having what it is, I forget that. Okay, so now I have to click here, right? So web element ELE. Okay, so now so ELE is already there. So what is the steps we are trying to do? This will click on, okay, this will enter and click on that. Okay, I'm trying to I have to apply this, not here, because here we are not getting any exception we are getting here only, right? Let me check this. I think okay, exception we are getting here only. Even I change this code, so let me, so here okay, okay, so now this one, right? We'll see. Okay, if our code will fail, we can see and we can fix this because the steps I forget what we have done tomorrow. Okay, so same thing here we are trying to do here, searching here, because the exception we are getting here, right? From there we are also getting, but let and I commented anything right here. Okay, oh gosh, bus ho gaya pura. Let me execute first, then if something well failed, then we can fix it. Okay, or we can uncomment and we can do that. So our agenda is today, this we have to understand. Okay, this is the fluent weight. Okay, so same thing, but here we are providing the frequency. Let me execute. Okay, so it will not work, then we can fix, or we can you guys can try to fix, because I added and some commented some steps also. You can do this, let me check. So implicit wait, explicit wait, and fluent wait. What is synchronization issue? How to handle the synchronization issue? So in one concept, in one topic, you having the multiple question you will get from the interviewer. First question is what is your challenge? What is your what challenge you have faced in your project? That is the another big challenge. Big challenge is here again, uh, is your handling this synchronization problem. Okay, I think it is working as expected, or it is I think I did same. So just I applied over there. Okay, you can make this one also the generic. I was telling regarding your in one concept, in one topic, this is your half part of the selenium. Mostly companies asking what is the what challenges you have faced in your real time while in this project or in selenium or while working in your selenium. So this is the most challenging a step in selenium, handling the synchronization problem and failing because of this time issue and all. So we apply here implicit wait, explicit wait, or fluent wait as per the requirement. Even I don't know if the exception will come, what you have to apply. So while doing the practice you will get the solution also. I've shown you, right? We having the list of the exception inside this um, expected condition class, right? But we don't know which exception, which one we have to apply. Sometime you can see it is the element is not clickable or not interactable, right? So if you are not able to understand, search on the Google, you will get it the solution over then, and as per that you can apply that. Next question is what is the difference between implicit wait, explicit wait, and fluent wait? Write the functionality. So this is the one solid, having your possibility to, if you will present very good over there, then they will understand, no, you have worked in the real time. Okay, so how to make this functionality reusable? So I told you right here we having the multiple, so I don't know this one thing how to handle this, or we have to make the different, or we can make in one functionality but it will be very lengthy. So let's me, I already done this, so I'll show you. So this is I made this. Okay, so here we are passing how many parameter? One is your web driver, one is your timeout or pulling, or this is your XPath, right? So we are passing here one parameter, 2 3 4 5, right? So we have done same, right? So from here we are passing this will accept your integer type. And even I directly I have created one, this methods. So I told you, right, might be this method will not work for this function, so might we have to create a different function. But I have to check also in one function how to handle all methods. Okay, so might be, but that functionality will be go in the very long and with lengthy, so we need to check that. Okay, but as per the requirement you can create it. You can change here fluent wait, visibility of element located by. So if you having the requirement, simply you can call this, right? You can make the functionality as per your getting the exception. So while developing the framework, we are not developing 100% over there. As per the requirement we can add our code, whatever the things you are getting. So development is not only one time, so we are going to enhancement and all. So this is how to handle the fluent wait. So let me call this method. So okay, so where it is, so just I'm commenting this part. Okay, okay, so now we can call helper. So this is belongs to package one, so fluent wait. So here we can pass here whatever the value you have passed. So here we can pass 10, we can pass 2, and here you can pass the this XPath. How it is very simple, right? This is the only one time effort. You should not write this lengthy code again and again. So this is how to develop the functionality in the real time. So your code is what happened, right? So it will save our time also. So again you have to do what? you have to store in your web element, and here we can perform the operation. This line of the code we cannot write again and again, right? Again this, right? We can save our time. Even I have shown you, right? So we will try to make the functionality for every stuff. So I told you, right, in the whatever the Selenium session I took, I did not create this functionality. I have explained in framework development. Even I did not develop all the functionality. Okay, but here you are learning the new stuff, how to develop the functionality. I can go through many tutorial. Everyone will tell how to handle this basics part. And in framework, even I can see many tutorial. Even the Udemy also have seen. Nobody will tell you how to develop this functionality. Everyone just given one page object model and how to read the data from the Excel sheet. That's it. That part they have covered, and how to reporting and all. But this is the main, if you will go in the development, this is your main job. And right now they are not looking you are tester or developer, or they want only you have to do. And mostly they are trying to automate everything. So you having the means, now the software engineer requirement is you having the dynamic, not you have to stick in only one job. You are getting and you are doing multiple jobs, you have to perform over there as per the requirement. Okay, so now I'm going to execute. Let's see this is working or not. And I am posting all this code on my blog also. So might be sometime what will happen, if you are going for the interview and you are not able to having anything, you forget something, right? So you can refer my blog. Okay, I'll send you the link. You can keep everything in your Google Drive. So if you will get the chance to, might be interview and also a little bit mistake, we cannot lose our opportunity, right? Okay, so it will stop and it will close. It is working fine, right? So today I will also send all the code, and this code is little bit lengthy, but here we have learned many things, right, in this session. Okay, so we will move in the next topic. So what is the next topic? So this one, I before I was giving the example of Gmail, but Gmail is not working now. Okay, so we can give the any example, but we have to understand the things. So what is the difference between explicit wait or implicit wait? So implicit wait to apply to all element in the script. Explicit wait time is applied only to those element which are intended by us, right? So in implicit wait, we need not specify the expected condition on the element we located. And explicit wait, we need to specify the expected condition on the element to be closed. It is recommended to use very short period of the time before throwing the exception. It is recommended to use when the element are taking long time to load, and also resolve the properties of element like visibility of element located by, element to be clickable, or element to be selected. Okay, so this is your functionality what we have developed. Okay, these are the functionality, just I snapped this. Okay, so next topic is how to handle drop down. So for handling the drop down, we having the first we have to understand how we can understand this is your drop down or not. uh, I can actually the Facebook, before I was giving the example of Facebook, again Facebook is change the UI. Okay, so let me, I have one simple I copied somewhere this code, this HTML code. So I'll show you. So first you have to understand the pages. This is, so if you will inspect this, you can see here some tag is there that is called select tag. If select tag is there, and you can understand this is your drop down, because we having the multiple drop down. Even I can show you, but don't confuse this spice z. Okay, don't confuse this, I'll show you. We having the multiple drop downs, and sometime the select is not there. So how to handle this? This guy also change this. Okay, see every, you can see now, before a SpiceJet having the different, now this is the different. I think we have yeah, same portal is there, right? So you can see here also drop down is there. Let me check, or they change this or what. It's not coming. This is the table here. No, make might. Okay, let me check. I want to show you first actually what it is, then we can understand. Everyone is changing or this? Yeah, this is also one type of the drop down, right? But if I will inspect this element, you cannot see any select tag. This is the normal, you can see, be having the input tag here, right? So we need to understand this is your normal, stuff is there. So here you have to again apply the normal approach. Okay, so I will also give you this example, but here you can see be having the select tag. So if you will get this type of the drop down, and if you having the select tag, so Selenium has given one class that is called select class. Inside this select class, be having the multiple method to handle this drop down. But now these days, they are not developing the simple UI page. You can see they are, you know enhancing this application. So even the Selenium is also working on to handling all the thing, because Selenium is more stable, you know with respect to UI. Okay, so they are still working on that to how to make this more stuff. But the advantage, disadvantage is only we can automate UI page, but even I can see the many website are having the different stuff is coming in the market. Even you can see sometime they are also adding the artificial intelligence on your application. Okay, so I told you, right, everything is going to automate, and after 5 year, software industry is the more complicated, and you have to depend upon only your programming skill. Okay, so that's why we have to work on the programming skill, because nothing is we having the manual stuff after 5 to 10 years. Everything is automated. So where the software job is there, if you know the programming, then you can, right? Who is going to automate? Software engineer, right? So we have to learn more and more stuff on the programming skill and automation skill. Automation skill is very important, even the developer or any others. So now the, even the development profile or any profile, if you will ask the, they will ask you the another skill. What is your another skill? Do you know this? Do you know this? Do you know this? They are not looking only one skill. Okay, so if you having the time, you can learn the another technology also. But with this is your primary skill. First you are good in this skill, then you are able to. Okay, so first you have to work on your primary skill. So if you are good in the primary skill, then you can move in the another skill. So like that we can handle the select. Okay, so we will move in this, then you can get some idea what do you meaning of that. To how to handle drop down in Selenium. So I told you, right, we having the different drop down. One is your for select tag and one is your for different tag. For handling drop down, Selenium already provides select class that has some predefined method which help a lot while working with drop down application. Sorry, drop down. Okay, so select class can be defined below package. So where it is in the select class, having in the Selenium support.ui. Okay, so we having the multiple methods here. So we having the, I'll show you, you can go in the Selenium organization website, official website, and you can check this, all the methods are there. So we having the method called deselect, so clear all the selected entries. So we are not applying all this method, but in the interview they are asking, or might be some, you will get the validation of that already selected is there, you have to do deselect. You can see the return type also I have given. Return type is void, it will not returning anything. Deselect by index, deselecting the option, the giving the index. So also return type is your void, and deselect by the value, also return type is void. Okay, so now what the method we will use and what is the important method we can execute in our system. Okay, so don't worry about that. So deselect by visible text. Do deselect option that display the text matching the argument. Deselected options, it is used to fetch all the, you can see here, get all selected options. So here it will return a list of the web element. So it is used to fetch only selected option from drop down. This method will return the list of the option. So you guys are not able to understand much things. When we will move in the practical part, then we can understand everything what we are going to learn. So get first selected option. So it will select the first selected option to get this. Means if you having the drop down, if you want to get the only first option, then we can use this get first selected options is multiple. It will verify multiple options are there or not. So it will return boolean type. You can see, wow, why this return type is important, right? Even I have shown you, right? So return type is important because which type of the element you are going to store on the variable, right? So this is the concept of the Java, right? If you know the Java, Selenium, you can explore yourself. List of the web element. So one another method is there, get options. So it will, this is the same like, we have capture all the element, sorry, all the links, and we are going to select only one link. So it will store all the drop down options, and it will return your web element type, list of the web element type. So these are the methods we will execute in our system. So these are all the importance and we are using frequently. So select by index. So it will select by using the index value. Select by value. You can see here option and value is there, right? And text are there. So value means we can select by value. Text means we can select by text, or index means we can select by the index. So these are the methods I am going to show you, right? So index means it will select by index, and you can see all the types is the void. It will not return anything. This is only selecting the value. So value I can show you in the HTML tag, right? And text means whatever the text. So as per the requirement we can select this. Select the value using the index. So what is the difference between the find the element which drop down available in the UI. So steps 1, how to perform this steps, so first steps you have to do, whatever where you are performing the operation, that element you have to find, right? So I'm trying to perform the operation on this month drop down. So I will find the element for the month, and it will return the web element type. Again, a step 2, what you have to do, a step 2, inside this step 2 we can create a object of select class, right? If you will not create, then how to access the method which is available inside this select class? So again the question is, which type of the method it is? Non-static, right? All the method are non-static because we are creating an object and we are accessing this object which is available inside this select class. So what is your next steps? So how will interact this element with select class? So that reference we will pass inside this, right? That reference we will pass inside this because this is your independent class. If you will not pass the reference, how it will interact with web element? So your question is why we are passing this, you have to ask to Selenium developer. Okay, so Selenium has developed this select class logic, and just we are going to apply this all the logic. Okay. Okay, so select by index int type, and it will, and we know that, right, index will start from 0. So it will if you will give the 4, it will select the fifth value, right? So index will start from 0. So this is the steps you have to remember how to do that. So same thing, select by value. Again we are finding this element, and again we are creating an object and passing this reference and performing the operation. So whatever the value you can pass, you can say it is accepting as a string type, right? So I have shown you that value in the HTML tag, so same value you can pass. So here the select by value is a method which accept value. It means whether the value you have to drop down, you know. So in the above example, like we are taking the value like fifth, it means it will select by May for drop down. So this is the, all the question they can ask you. What is the difference between select by value, select by index, and select by visible text? Okay. So same thing with also select by visible text. So we can find the again element for, and we can create a select class object, and we can pass the reference inside this, and we can perform the operation. So visible text means whatever the text is there, we can exactly, it will select over there. So we can also select the value from the text as well, and this is very straightforward. Whether the text we are passing, it is simply select the value. This case sensitive, it means if you pass this, this is your case sensitive. So whatever the exact value is there in your HTML doc, same thing you have to pass, otherwise it will not work. Okay. So this is your we can start something like how to perform this operation. Okay. So before I was giving the example of Facebook, now Facebook is not working. Okay, so Facebook is not, no, Facebook is working, but they have changed the UI. Again, I have to perform another operation, that is, I have to perform your multiple window handle. So I did not teach you, right? If I will teach you now, then again you are guys are in the trouble. We have to again separately. I have to. What happened? Okay, import this. Okay, so now we have one page. I got it, dummy page from Facebook, or sorry, Google. What happened? It is not opening. Okay, I think I have hided this. Not this. Okay, so this is your, we can go for that. Okay, here we have this site, the one dummy site I got somewhere in this. So here you can see we having this drop down, right? So we can perform this operation. You can find anywhere, you will get it, not a problem. Many websites are there, you can see here. And we having also, we have to check this is the select is there or not, right? So select tag is there, it is confirmed, we can apply with select operation. So what is your first steps? First steps is driver dot find element y dot xpath, or I think id is there. So let me check this, id is there. Yes, id. So we can simply apply this id here. Okay, so now the first steps we are applying, right? So whatever we have learned in the theory. So now just ele dot. Okay, so next steps what you have to do. Okay, so I did not give this. This will accept a string value. So next steps you have to create a select class, right? Okay, it will accept this element. It is coming from Selenium support.ui. Okay, here you have to pass the uh, argument here. And now we are, you can see here, if I will access the method of sel dot, all the methods we are able to access it. Okay, you can see whatever the we having inside this theory, so all the methods we have inside this. So I'm trying to apply this method, and return type is your web element. So get first selected option. So now return type is your web element, right? Web element, uh, get first option. Okay, so now I want to also display this. Okay, I want to also display this. So this is your get option. Okay, so this is how you can just do the practice. So it is very interesting, right? So now I'm going to try to execute. I'm not closing this now, and we can also create a reusable methods for this also. Oh, I did not change your URL. Okay, so it will be a fail, right? I did not change this URL, just terminate this execution. So where it is, this is the URL. Okay, so now I'm going to execute. So it is already selected by default. Okay, so it will read the first drop down value. You can check on the console, it will read the first drop down value. Okay, so now we cannot here we are not able to print this value, right? So what you have to do, you have to apply here dot get text method, right? So it is not return type is web element, right? Not a string type, you can see here. So what the value is returning, something like that, hash code like that, or windows like that, right? So if you want to represent your everything as a string format, so the get text is a method, so it will convert into the string str get option. Okay, so now this is your str get option. So I will print this value, I will not print that value. Okay, so let me print this. Okay, so I'm not closing this, so now we are able to print this value, right? So first option is by default, it is already selected, so we are getting this. So how to make this functionality of this, right? So again we can go in the helper class. So where is your helper class? You guys can so we can try to make the functionality public static void get option get and or we can tell like select first option. So we can make the name, we can give them name as a generic, so others developer or other tester are able to understand. So what you are going to do, select the first option. Okay, select option. So here what you have to give the type, so we have to give the web element, right? Web element type we have to give because we are passing the element here to performing the operation. Now again we can create a select class, select equal to new select. Okay, so here it will accept this element now, and so here scl dot get options. Get options is a sorry, get first yeah, this one, right? Get first option, right? So it will also return the web element type only, right? We have already seen web element ele equal to, it will return the web element already one, ele1 is there, so I can change this name. Okay, so now what you have to do, I want to print also. So now ele1 dot get text, right? So whatever you have applied over there, just we are making one function, and this function we can use anywhere, or this is called your reusable method. Okay, so string get option. So I never teach this in the last session, but I thought I have to include this all the things because I was teaching on the framework, even I did not use frequently this. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to enhance something every session to add something new. Okay, so here in the real time might be your execution is failed or this method is not working, how to debug this code, right? So we can apply try block. Coming session I will teach you the try block. Okay, exception handling I did not teach you, just I'll tell you one thing. So just we can try to explore, your something is going to wrong, then how to debug this code. So here we having the logs and we having the report. So we have a extend report in Selenium. So a step by step it will take the screenshot also. If something went wrong, then we can debug this printer stream. So what is the use of this try block? You can see all your assignment is whatever the code is there in helper class, just add this try block, try catch. Okay, so something will fail here, then catch block will execute and it will give the message. Okay, something is going to fail. So this is the use of try catch. And you can also add here this documentation. So this is the complete, you guys like working in your real time real time in company. So what the people exactly doing this. And so here this method is used to select first option, and param is here, parameter is here your bev element type. Or you can explore here or you can add more thing, but just we have to focus on this, right? What is the use of this method? So param is your bev element. So we know that, right? Why we have given this param is your parameter is your bev element type, right? So I can save this and I will call this method here, and just I'm going to, you can see how many line of the code we can comment here. So you should not write, even I can also run this in 3 line of the code only. So what I can do here, I can simply completely we can use this helper class now. So here in helper class just go and you can check this, or you can just remove this because again we have to, it will not work. So now we have changed this, and simply I can call this helper dot launch app. One line of the code we have done this, and now we can also comment this part also. We should not write again and again. So you have to find this element even when we will learn this page object model. So I did not extend this class, so it is showing there because the WebDriver variable is defined here, right? So it is not reading from that. So that's why you have to extend that property helper. So now you can see now we are not getting any error, right? So now we can simply call this helper and dot select first option. So simply I can call this method and we can pass this, right? Only 3 line of the code we have done. Before how many line of the code we have written, right? This line and this line. So this is your framework. You we have to provide the all reusable stuff. But so we are also learning parallelly, we are learning the framework stuff. So but we did not uh, now I did not teach you how to read the data from the Excel sheet. So we, if you having the some data, how to read from there, and we did not teach you what is the page object model. This thing also we cannot write here. Here only we can run our code. We should not do any changes in a scripting test runner class. We will learn in the coming session, so don't worry about that. When I will teach you page object model, and that is your job, finding the element and creating the methods for steps wise. So that is your job. Okay, so same thing I'm going to apply with your Okay, so I did not close this, so we are getting this output, same output, so our method is also working fine. Okay, so this is how to you can make the reusable methods. So if you guys can try in your side, so this is your one assignment. You have to capture all the drop down. This is your assignment. Okay, and even I can tell you which method you have to use. You have to use get options method. Okay, I'll show you the method name also. If you did the practice, do okay. So here select class is not there. So here you have to use get option method. So just try, this is your assignment, get options. Okay, see, get option will return your web element type. Again you have to iterate the element same like that in the last session we have done, right? Same you have to apply, not this one. I have shown you, right? Return type is your list of the web element. Again you have to take the for loop. That for loop you have to display this, then we can use the get text method and simply you can display. So this is your assignment. If you are not able to do, I will tell you in the coming session. Okay, so now I am not going to teach more today, so I am going to stop your session. Whatever we have learned, just do the practice, focus on your my point, whatever I am going to discuss. So if you will start your interview, you should not struggle over there.